Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video we will talk about the most important part of Flutter, one of the most important part of Flutter, which is routing. We have made so many applications till now, but all the pages or all the applications are a single page application, and we haven't deal with multi-page applications. So we will talk about that. And for moving from one page to another, there is a nice widget which we use. That widget is called navigation drawer. So we have seen that navigation drawer everywhere, like in every other application you find navigation drawers, and this looks actually cool while navigating from one page to another. So we will see how we can implement that in our Flutter application, and we'll see for both Android and iOS. And let's start with our project. So we will begin with a new project, of course. So let me just create one project here in Visual Studio Code. So I can say Flutter draw, let's say, and it will create a new project for me. So let's start with our new project, and it will take around I guess 10 to 15 seconds, I guess. Oh, it is ready already. So this is our application, and yeah, it is taking some more seconds. So actually this is this Flutter thing, why I love Flutter is because of how fast it is, and I'm totally loving it. The way of doing coding, or actually it increases your productivity because you can do many experiments because of this hot reload and this kind of the fastness which Flutter provides. So, and when Dart 2 will be released, then it will be amazing. I mean, there will be a lot of changes, and those changes are for the good, and they will also save so much time. So let's get back to our project, and let's run it just to see what we get. All by the way, as I know that you have already built so many apps till now if you are watching or following my tutorials. So there will be nothing new. So let's just see what it gives. Then we can just remove all this code, and we can start with a new one. So we have so many application in this simulator. So this is what we get from here. So let's just delete all of this, and let's import our package slash Flutter and everything like that. So we have this thing. Now I will say the same thing which I am saying from so long, which is void main, and I will call this method run app. So void main is basically the starting point of your application, and here I can say new my app, let's say. Okay, and we need to make this my app. So I can just use this stateless widget here, and here I can return the new material app, and you can see on the right hand side that it is actually working very, like whenever I am typing here, the changes are reflected on the real time and the simulator as well. So this is our material app, and here we can have a theme. And why we are using theme, I will let you know that as well. So this is what we have, and apart from that, in the theme we can have this primary swatch. Actually we use this just for Android basically, because if you ask me, then if you talk about iOS, so it is using the new what it is called like human interface, and that is totally, whitish kind of stuff. So we'll talk about that, and let's give it a color first. So I'll try some other color today, because we have tried many colors till now. So let's give it a lime, and let's see how it will look. So we can again change it in future, so no need to worry about that. Then we have this home here, and we can say new, let's say new home page. Okay, so we have this home page ready now. Now let's create a widget for this home page as well. And what I want you to do is like just type stful and it will create a stateful widget, or you can, in this case you can also work with stateless as well, because we are not going to change any data. This is totally a UI stuff. And here we can say return scaffold, and this scaffold will take an app bar so that it looks good. So we can say new app bar, we can give it a title, so let's say new text, and we can say drawer app, let's say drawer and routing app, let's say, oh sorry, drawer app is sufficient. And we will give it an elevation. So elevation is basically shadow below this app bar. So we can say if default target platform. So we what is a good practice while doing this designing part is that you should be aware of the material design and about that human interface of iOS. That in iOS, if you are aware of iOS, then there is no elevation in the app bar, so that is what we will consider. So we can say default not platform, it is default target platform. So we need to import it from the package which is foundation. So this is foundation.dart, and we can say one second, we can say if it is equal to target platform.ios or that .android, let's say, then if it is Android, then we can give 5.0. otherwise we don't need any elevation, so it is 0.0. So now this color is visible to me at least, and this is not looking good to me at least. So let's just change it again, and this time let's make it orange one, or we can say amber. Okay, amber would be good, I guess. Yeah, so amber is looking much better. So this is what we have right now. Now we need here body. Obviously you know all this stuff, so we can say new container, let's say, and here we have a child where we can say new center, and where we can have another child, new center, where we can have one second, another child where we can say new text, and here we can write home page. Okay, a home page, and you can see how quick it is on the right hand side. So we have this kind of thing which we have already seen. Now let's talk about the drawer. So this scaffold, this scaffold thing which gives us this property of app bar and body. It also gives one more thing, which is not one more, there are a lot of other things as well, but it also gives this thing which is drawer. So we can also specify drawer here. So we can say new drawer. Okay, and as soon as you will write this code, you can see this hamburger icon here on the left top side. So this is when you click on it, you can see we have a blank drawer now, and when you click outside of it, it just closes it. So this is how actually drawer works. So you can see how much easy it is in Flutter as compared to Android or iOS. So that is just brilliant. Now we have some child properties here. So we can say we can have here new list view. Okay, and new list view. Okay, so here we have this list view. Now this list view have so many elements already, so we actually want this. Let's see what we can get. So this list view has a children widget as well, so let's add some children. So we can say new list tile. So list tile is another widget which provides us with some awesome stuff, like it can directly give you a leading, it can give you a text with what it says trailing. So we have this text or title kind of stuff. So title, and here we can say new text, and let's say we can write here what you say page 1, page 1. Okay, so we have this page 1 here with trailing we can say, and for trailing we can provide an icon here, and we can pick from icons dot library, and let's say we can choose any icon. So let's use some arrow kind of stuff. So let's use arrow upward. Okay, so let's just click on this and see what we get. So we have this page 1 and this arrow upward, and this is looking good. So I don't think that it is looking that bad, so this is good. And we can add more text list styles to this. If you want to use any other list, like from there are n number of items, so you can use list view dot builder as well. But if you have limited item, because our drawer should have limited items, so this is the best approach to do this. And now we can say page 2, and here we can say arrow, let's say downward. Okay, you can change the icons. This is totally your wish. And after that, let's say we have a divider. Okay, and what it will do, it will add just a blank line, and then again we can copy this, and we can say close here, and we can also say what, let's say close icon. Okay, so we have this thing here. And the good thing here, you can see the divider also. It may not be visible to you in the video, but it will be visible when you will test it by your own in your real device or your emulator. So this list style also provides you with the property which is on tap and on long press. So you can perform some operations here. Obviously we will perform it, but before that, let's add one more thing which is important in our drawer, which is basically this new user account drawer header, which if you have used Gmail application, then you must have seen this, something like this. There is a this kind of UI where we can say there is an account name. So we can say here account name new text, and let's say I write my name, which is Pawan Kumar, and there is a account email where I can write let's say mtechviral@gmail.com. so this looks pretty good, right? So let's, if I just see it, so it's looking amazing, and you don't have to adjust the UI. So it is actually on the right place from the start, so you don't have to worry about that. Then there is other thing which is like current account picture, and let's say here what we can do, we don't have any picture right now, so let's say we can add a new circle avatar here, and here we can say like background color, let's give it a background color. So we can say colors dot, let's say black. Okay, I know it won't look good so we will change it, don't worry. And let's say we can use orange maybe. Will it look good? Oh no, it is looking annoying. Let's try to add red. Yeah, it's looking like there is a white background and red, like this is very disturbing kind of. So let's try some other, because of this amber background it is looking so bad, but trust me, I'll improve it. And let's try, and you can also try with different colors. That is totally all your choice. So we are going with this cyan as of now, but we can change it later because it's totally different perspective of everyone while using this. So we have this thing. Now this circle avatar takes a child as well. So here let's add this child. We can also add a background image, but right now we don't have any image. So here we can say like let's say P, and it is looking good, and I don't find it very bad. And let's me change the color again because it is so frustrating to the eyes. Okay, so the thing is, the problem, this looks much better, right? So and if you can see that it itself changed the color of the text from black to white. Let me just go back to Kyan, and you will see the P, which is in black right now. If I change this to brown, it automatically adapts to that white color. Okay, so that is the cool thing about this Flutter, you can say. And we will do one more thing. We will change this amber finally, because I'm not a fan of this color. Maybe I just added this just for you guys. So you can also try anything. I am not saying that you have to use this. So let's try this purple. What do you say? Yeah, this is looking good. This is little bit pinkish though, so deep purple maybe. Okay, yeah, this is looking good. And now we can change this color to, let's say, we have this deep purple, light blue accent. This is looking good, but not that much. I mean, this color picking thing is so difficult that okay, so this would be my best. So this looks much better than every other thing, so I will go with this right now. So this is what we have, and we can have another thing which we can say others account pictures, where I can add more pictures to this. So let's say we can have new circle avatar, and we can just copy this thing here as well. Okay, and let's say K. So if I just go here, and you can see that we have other account picture as well. We don't have to worry about this anymore. Okay, so we can perform many things by because it has that on tap as well, if you want to execute that, but we are not going in so much detail of that. So let's just work on the UI. So we have this thing ready, and the thing is that it is looking a bit awkward because of this white space on the top. So we need to, you know, adjust the UI for this, because there are still some improvements going on in Flutter. So this should be this should be deep purple, but it is white, so we need to work on it by our own. So we will see that. So let's add some functionality, like when we click this close, so that navigation drawer should be closed. So we will do that as well. So let's do that. So here on the close, we can say on tap. Okay, so here what we can say, we can add a lambda function here, and we can say Navigator, okay, dot, okay, of, we can pass the context here, and it has a we can write here dot pop. Okay, what it will do, it will pop that particular, what's happening here, let me just see what's the matter. Okay, so it should not be like this. Yeah, so this is working cool now. Now let's just try to close this, and it is working. Okay, let me just click it again, and it is closing. So this is how you can work like this. Okay, so we still need to adjust this UI, then we will proceed further. So let's do one thing. Let's start it in Android as well, and see how it looks in Android. So what I will do, I need to run from the emulator. So Here I have this emulator running up and running, and actually the new feature in the Android emulators are like you can save the state, and whenever you will start the emulator again, it will basically opens it from that particular state which you saved earlier. So here we will stop this iOS app for the time being, and let's start our uh, this Android app. So we need to say Flutter run so that it can give me the device's ID, because I need this ID actually to run to this, because we have two emulators running, so Flutter will not be able to understand which emulator I want to run. So I can just copy this ID and I can use this -d here. Okay, oh, I copied the wrong code, sorry. Here is my this emulator 554 I need to run on this device, so I would say this one, and it should run the application on now the Android emulator, and we'll see. So this is basically the screenshot of my previous application, which is the crypto app. If you haven't watched this video, then you should watch it, because it is a real-time application, and I am coming with more application in future as well. One project is in my mind which I will make in 1 or 2 days, or maybe any sooner or later. So we'll talk about that as well. So we have this thing ready, but still we are not perfect with this, because here we have this in iOS, and there should be some differences between Android and iOS. You can go with the same UI, but it would look better. So if in Android, it is actually looking much better than iOS, because of this this thing actually looks good with material design, especially in Android devices. And here you can see it looks much cleaner than this, because of this top which is white. So we will do some changes for this Android or iOS kind of stuff. So let's go back to here where we declare the theme data. So here we can add another property, which is primary color. So we need to define this primary color only for iOS, so that it can give us a better result. So here we will also use that default target platform, just to make sure that we are targeting iOS only. So we can say, if it is iOS, then what you should do, you can assign the colors dot, we can use this gray maybe, or white maybe. So let's add the whitest color. Okay, white 50, no, that's it, gray. Okay, it is gray, and let's take its 50th wall. And if it is Android, then we don't need to do anything, so we can say null. Okay, so we are here again, and it's looking good here. So for Android, I don't think we need to do anything else. So let's do run it for, let's say we will run it for iOS now, and we'll see is there is any effect or not by doing this primary color. So yeah, here you can see it is looking much better if you see it, because we don't have any elevation. We are totally using the theme which iOS want us to make for, because it does not follow that material design instruction. And here it is looking good because it is matching with the top, but this black circle is not looking good. So what I can say here, I can also say in this case of circle avatar background color which is white, we can also add here that if default target platform, or there is another property which yet we can use, which is theme dot off, but we need context for this. So we can say dot platform is equal to target platform dot iOS, then I should use colors dot let's say deep purple here. Okay, okay, and if that is not the case, then we can use colors dot white. Okay, so it looks much better. Now let's just run it again, and here we can see this. So this is looking a much better option. Here also I'll replace this with this, and we'll just reload it and see we have this UI for iOS, and we have different UI for Android. Let's run the Android one again. So let me open this thing here. So this is for iOS, and if we see, let's keep it running so that we have the output here. So, and you can see this is looking perfect. And if I click here, so this is the basic thing of how we can, manipulate Android specific or iOS specific code. Apart from that, everything is same, almost same, you can say. So I'm just closing this, and I'm closing my Android emulator as well for the time being, so that it can save some resources, because my fan is already running in my laptop because of that Android emulator, I guess. So we are ready with this. We can just close it for now. Now we will do some routing stuff. So let's do one more thing. Let's make another page here. So let's add a new page, which we can say new page dot dart. Why I am making this? Because I want to navigate from main page to this page. So here we can say import package Flutter material slash dart material dot dart, and here we can have what we can say, we can have another stateless widget, because we don't need any data right now. Okay, and here we can have a string which we can say title of this page. Okay, now we will also have a constructor where we will pass this title. So we are not right now making that, but we will make that as soon as possible. So I will tell you some methods here. So before that, this is what we have this scaffold, and it has a app bar, obviously. So here what we can say like it has a title, and we can say new text, and let's give it a new page for the time being. We will change it later. Okay, so we have this, and apart from this title, let's have a body as well. So we can say here new body. In body, what we need to enter, let's say new center, and here as a child, shit. So here as a child, what we can add new text, and let's say we are doing this new page again. Okay, so first thing to go to this UI is like in our this main page, in our material app, where we define this material app theme and home, we can have another thing which is basically this routes. Okay, so if you look at this routes, then so we can use these routes, and if we go to these routes, then we see that it takes a map of a string at widget builder. Okay, so we can also use this map. Okay, so we can say new map. Okay, and it takes a string, of course, and a widget builder. Okay, so we can say here that so this is what we have right now, and here we can have, first of all, sorry, it should not like with this, it should be like, we can add like this, and here we can say uh, let's think about it first. So we can do one thing rather than using this. So basically what we are doing here, let me just tell you before using that we will use this routes, okay, this routes, and we will add some routes for different pages. Okay, did you get my point? So basically we will have some pages where we want uh, our like we have some multi pages application. So what we would like, that if we can navigate through those pages, so that would be very easy, right? So this is what we will try to do here as well, so that we can navigate on different pages. So if you were any Android developer or iOS developer, so for if you were Android developer, or if you have used Android, then you must be aware of, I guess that what it says, that intent. Okay, so basically whatever we do with the intent here, we do with the this routes or material page route. And in iOS it is like segue, which we use in iOS. Okay, so we have this routes. It takes a string, and what it takes apart from that, widget builder, right? So we can use any of this. Okay, and we can use it like this. Fine. And here, yeah, it's looking good to me till now. No, it should not take this as well. Okay, so we have this string widget builder. Now here we can have a route, like our page is, next page is new page, so we can say like this is A. Okay, so A would be, we need to pass the build context here first of all, which we always do because it is the widget builder, and the string is our /a, and here we can say new, and we can say new page. Okay, which we have made already. Let's say that. Okay, this is fine. Why it is giving me error? Oh, maybe because I have used this one. This should not be like this. There should be a curly brace here, and this looks good to me, at least for now. So we have this new page and we need to import this new page. So importing this new page will give this /a. So now let's go back to a new page. Let's add a constructor here, which we can say new page, and we can pass this dot title to this, and we can, rather than using this text, we can use the title here directly, so that we should be aware of what we are doing. Okay, so now let's go back again once more time, and here let's pass the title as a new page. Okay, so this is what we have. Now if we talk about this this page 1, then here what we can say on tab. Okay, what we will do here, we will say like Navigator. Okay, Navigator dot of context. Okay, now we have a thing like push named here. Okay, and here we can pass the name, which is /a, and this should work for us. So let's run this and let's click on page 1. Nothing happened. Let's just restart this, so that let's close it once again, and let's run it again, so that we should be able to understand why it didn't work, or if it is even working or not. So let's just click on page 1, and here you can see we move to this new page, and you also can see that there is a back button also, which is providing by default by this Flutter SDK. If we click on it, then we go back to this page, but this drawer is still opened, which on the real case scenario we don't want. So what we can say before doing this, let's do one more thing here. Let's say we want to use this stuff here. Okay, so here we can say, oh sorry, here we can say the same thing which we were using to close this. We will copy this thing and we can paste it here. Okay, now let's just delete this. Okay, this also. Okay, so we have this. Now let's go back again and we can click on it, and it will close it and it will change the page. Okay, so this looks good. And now one more thing, guys. So we have this new page set here, but the thing is that we have set the title to new page. When we are using page 1, then also it is giving that same title to us new page. So if we add the same thing, like let's just copy this and paste it in the this page 2 as well. Oh, let's copy the whole on tab. Okay, so if we just click on this page 2 as well, then the same thing happen, and we are not able to identify whether this worked for page 2 or not. Okay, so what we can do, we have another way of doing this. So we can use a different way to use this. Let's just remove these lines, and we can pass our own text for the 2 times. So here we don't need this root, so let's just I am just commenting this, although, but actually you don't have to. Okay, so we are commenting this. Now what we can do, so we can add here one more thing, which is Navigator dot of context, and we can say dot push. Okay, so here we can say new material page route. Okay, it takes a builder. Okay, let's give it a builder. Okay, and this builder takes a build context. Okay, so let's name it context. Okay, so here we can say that we want to go to new page, and let's give the title as page 1. Okay, and let's just we can close it here. Okay, so we have this builder, and this is a new material page route, and in this route we have this builder where we have defined the context, and we are calling the same new page. Now let's try to run it, and when we click on page 1, here you can see page 1. It is clearly written page 1, and this looks much better approach while dealing with the same page. For like if you have same page and you are doing the different operation with the same page, then you can use this approach. And let's just copy this and paste it here, but let's change this page 1 to page 2. Okay, so now let's run this, and we'll see if, yeah, here you can see if this is page 2, and if we click on this page 1, then it is page 1. So this is how we can implement these things here in Flutter. So I hope you understood about the design thing, how we can differentiate between iOS and Android, and also this routing part, which is quite important, because in real world you will have more than one pages. Of course, you can use one page to rebuild the widget again and again, but that can be costly somehow while rendering. So if you want to have multiple pages, then you can use this approach of having a new page, and then you can use the navigator. And this navigator class gives you this push, pop and push named, and 2 or 3 more methods which we will talk about later, and because this is the important thing which you need to understand. Now when you click on this page 1, there is a animation going on here which is from right to left. But if we let's do one more thing. Let's run it into Android as well, just to check how it is looking. So if we look at Android as well, then the animation would be different because of that operating system which is different. So let's just close this from here, and let's open the terminal again and run this for Android. So let's just open the project in iOS as well, which is this, and now this is opening for Android as well. So this animation you can change by extending this material page route, and you can give your own transition, or you can use your custom transition for that animation. So we can also cover that. If you want me to cover that topic, then you can comment, or you can give like here on the this video. And here you can say sorry for the background noise which would be coming because of the dogs are barking outside my home, so sorry for that. So we have this application right now, and I was talking about this, like if I click on page 1, there is a right to left animation, and here if I click on page 1, so there is a bottom to down animation. If we'll see it again, yeah, so this is quite a different, and you can see the icons are different for back. Let me so here it is like for Android or for iOS, there are different icons. Here is the elevation also on the second page, which we can remove like we did it for the first page. So this is quite amazing, right? So we have this thing ready to use, and that's it. You can replace this P with any image of you. You can replace the background by any images, so you can do that. There's a lot of flexibility here. So that's it guys, I hope you really enjoyed my video and you have learned something from this video too. So if that is the case, then you should like this video, so that I can understand that this video is useful for you. And if you have any question, you can comment anytime. And please also make sure whenever I upload any project to GitHub, then you should give it a star. And also subscribe to the channel if you're not a regular subscriber, so that you can get updates for my channel, for my videos. So that's it guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye bye, peace.